Ford Motor Company tossed me the keys to a 2019 Mustang Bullitt when I was invited to attend the 11th Annual American Muscle Mustang Show held at Maple Grove Raceway in Moncton, Pennsylvania in June. Run by Turn 5 as both a Mustang community event as well as a marketing event, but more really as a fundraiser for the Make-A-Wish Foundation. Turn 5 is an aftermarket supplier that, in addition to American Muscle for Mustangs, has products for pickups under the American Trucks and Jeeps under Extreme Terrain, all very online sales focused. The event is really a huge show with more than 5,000 Mustangs, almost every type and color, and upwards of 10,000 people in attendance. Though it was hard to find older Mustangs prior to that of the Fox body, with the 1980s and newer ones a more common sight. As I was bringing the Bullitt, the show provided me with specialty parking pass for the primo parking in the center of the event, giving me the opportunity to experience the cars as well as the people who love them. Arrival at any car show is an experience, and Mustangs are as loud as they are brightly colored. Many of the clubs made the journey as a crew. Both the spectator parking and display parking was ever expanding as more people arrived throughout the day. The event is as much a family event as anything. Hard to categorize any demographic that are avid Mustang owners and enthusiasts. Lots of dads with kids, gals, pretty much everyone imaginable came to celebrate this American pony car. Some came just to hang out with Justin Dugan, American Muscle's YouTube celebrity host, as well as just and of course shopping at the various vendors, one of which was Ford Motor Company itself, talking about the importance of getting those airbags recalls taken care of on the Mustang.
The passenger side, the glove box is going to open. 2 bolts here. They're going to reach up, push the entire unit out, lay this surface on a clean area.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen,
under these 4 nuts.
Participating in the Reddit competition, burnout competition, opening ceremony parade, or the dyno, please report to behind the main stage.
Remove
now.
this bracket.
Once again, if you are
This entire unit slides out.
Burnout.
That's the faulty one.
Parade or dyno, please.
You're going to take a brand new one,
Now. Thank you.
which you can tell is quite a bit different. We'll put the caps on. Slide the new one in. New wiring harness. New bracket. 4 bolts. And it's done. The driver's side, on the steering column, there's 2 panels that will get popped out. 2 bolts that get undone. The entire horn assembly comes out. 4 nuts get undone. The old one goes out, the new one looks identical to that. The new one gets put back in. 4 bolts. Slip back in, tighten, finished.
Vendors installing tires and wheels as well as exhaust systems on site, and of course the crowd pleaser that made everyone go over the drag strip. While at the American Muscle event, I learned a lot about Mustangs, and I learned a lot about Bullitts. Bullitts are numbered, and the Ford Mustang Bullitt that I got to drive for the week was not just any number. It was manufacturer's prototype 002, which was quite impressive to the many spectators who knew and appreciated this genre of driving the Mustang, especially this 2019 dark Highland green Bullitt was different than any of the cars that I'd been given the honor of piloting as an automotive journalist. A V8 powered 6-speed American muscle machine. Notice the pool ball shifter knob and the active valve performance exhaust, which I never found the quiet setting on. Not that I really wanted to find it in the first place. We played around with the normal, the sport, plus, and race modes more than anything else on this Mustang. Driving the 6-speed did take attention. We found it interesting that the big hood vents were just there for looks. and could not find any way that they provided air intake into the engine. The 5-liter V8 growled and made plenty of power. It was almost sad that I could not really let it stretch its muscles driving here in the outskirts of Washington, D.C. The Bullitt seemed to be a lot of fun car for the money. MP002 had the $2,100 Bullitt electronics package and the Magna Ride dampening suspension, the $1,695 option. Did not have the $1,595 Recaro seat package, which would have been great if it were to be used as a weekend track car. The final price of $5,290 included a $900 destination and delivery charge. The current fastback design is a classic and takes you back to the original days of the Mustang, even as it entered its larger and more powerful years in the late 1960s. Which brings us to the beginning, when it was the it car for the mid-1960s, coming from a very common roots of a Ford Falcon. And that Ford Falcon, while dull by today's standards, was a big change from what was being made at the time, large and not so fuel-efficient vehicles. But then again, fuel was less than 50 cents a gallon, and that was for full service. So this morning we're saying goodbye to the Bullitt as it goes back to the fleet company. Thank you, Navs and Ford Motor Company, for letting us have this fabulous Ford product. We had a lot of fun with it. It growled and it did all the things it's supposed to do, but most importantly, it was a nice ride. So